L. Ron Hubbard.
That's 100% L. Ron Howard.
It's 100% L. Ron Hubbard.
It's 100% L. Ron Howard. 100%. What you gotta do is break him down. You gotta L. Ron Howard him.
That's not a thing. So much about Scientology except the guy's name. That's the easiest part of it. What was it? Would he invent Scientology like after he directed Backdraft in Apollo 13?
No, that was Ron Howard. I'm talking about L. Ron Howard.
Oh my God.
Guys, can we please stop?
Hey, good morning, everyone that's tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are, I appreciate that. It's a quick video today. It takes a little bit of prep work to come up with a concept for the video, an idea, or to detail out a story. And I've been spending most of my week lining up interviews for the next coming week, which includes next Saturday. I'll be interviewing my mom again, Biddy. This week, I plan on doing lives with Reese, Jackson, Kelly Copter, a lovely lady named Krista, and Andrew Gold. So that's all coming this week. The Andrew Gold will probably be pre-recorded, but still exciting. A bunch of interviews. And then, of course, we're going to hit Christmas break. So things will slow down. So I want to say hi to everyone in the chat real quickly. So Blake Reed, I'll be out at the range. So I'm sorry to miss your live, but I hope everyone has an awesome weekend. Stay golden. Hey, Blake, thank you so much. That's really nice of you to say. Me and Taz. Hey, everyone. I'll have to catch the replay. Taz and me are off to the ocean. So cool. So cool. And team Andrew Martinov. Sterling does Seinfeld. Yeah, good. Funny. Okay. Margaret Nielsen at Sterling. Hi from Denmark, where I'm looking forward to a live while I wait for the handball game between Denmark and Poland to start around 2 hours. Go Denmark. Guys, I'll definitely be answering some questions, but what I really want to do is just say hi. Keep, the knife sharpened, practice, continually talking to you guys. I've been doing a lot of interview or group content, but I need to also stick to my solo lives so that, we just get better and better. The rapport gets better and it's easier to do this whole thing. But, don't let me forget, John Shostowski, thank you so much for my Woodstock. That is really cool, by the way. I love that. That was a giant surprise. I did not know I had that coming. So thank you so much. It's really sweet of you. I appreciate it. I also posted for everyone last week the books that are behind me. I put them up on my community page so you could all see it. I also got some great suggestions on poems, movies. I am trying to catch up to all the emails I get. So I hope that you guys, if you have emailed me, I'm trying to get back to you. It's best to email me. I know that I also have a few Instagram messages from you guys, but that is harder for me to do. I do not like typing on my phone. I'm much better at sitting in front of a computer and answering that. So if you do want to get hold of me, you do have access to my email, which I'll pop up here real quickly so you can see it. That is my email address, guys. If you want to contact me for suggestion to talk about content, and a bunch of you guys just sent really, really nice messages last week, and I so much appreciate that. But as I was saying, as we move into the holiday seasons after this jam-packed week that I'm going to have with interviews and stuff, it's going to slow down obviously a little bit over the Christmas and holiday season. So, I wanted to just kind of give you an idea of where I was going. I hope you guys look forward to my live with my mom next week. We're gonna talk about her life after she left Scientology a little bit, which we haven't covered, the different things she's done. And then we're going to get a little bit into, I've been shooting some content with her on her yurt and stuff like that. I have a drone, which I love flying. And, I like cinematography. So I did some cool shots. So I'm going to present a video for that, which will be awesome, you guys. Hopefully you'll like it. I just have to figure out the music part, because I love using music, but apparently YouTube is really, really strict on that. And I think I only am allowed to use music they've suggested. So we'll have to see how that is. Let me get to some questions and comments with you guys here quickly. Okay, I think I got down to Margaret Nielsen. Thank you so much. That's really cool. All right, Sarah A. Good morning from Christchurch, New Zealand. Early Sunday morning here. Great to catch a live stream with Sterling. Thank you, Sarah. That's so cool. I love it. We're covering the globe. Maria Monroe. Hi, Sterling and all. How you doing, Maria? Here is one of my favorites, Atkins in Texas. Atkins in Texas, thank you so much. I have ordered the poetry book that you've suggested. I cannot wait to get it in. I'm not a big poetry guy, but I'm still learning about life and experiencing new things. So I'm actually looking forward to reading poetry. And maybe I'll post something on here about it. Thank you so much. I love it. Okay, here we go. Paula Bilowski. Hello to all. Witness. I always say whiteness. Witness. What's up, party people? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you. Margaret Nielsen again. I hope you all will have a nice a day as mine have been. It's nighttime here in Denmark. Thank you so much, Margaret. So sweet. Maria Monroe. Happy Saturday to you. And you guys are all saying, oh, here we go. This is another one I have to line up. Blow drill. Yes, we're going to do an interview. Let's definitely plan on something soon. I keep saying that, and I keep watching other interviews, and I keep going, I need to reach out to you. I do have a day job, and as I'm assuming most people do. So all of my YouTube content is done in my off time. And it's quite a bit of work. So if I don't get to you, it's only because I haven't gotten to you yet, not because I don't want to, especially if I've said it publicly. I'm now kind of, my feet could be held to the fire. I have said I'm going to do it. So we will definitely do it. Matt Elliott, MASPTV Canada. Hey, how you doing, Matt? Just thankfully. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. John Shastowski, thank you so much for my Woodstock. That was so cool. It brought a giant smile to my face. A giant smile to my face. You know what else brought a smile to my face, guys? I mean, it just made me so happy to see. I got an email or a comment from, and guys, did you like our game night last week? I had a blast. Having Mike on there was amazing. Reese, as always, is golden. Aaron was hilarious. I mean, that game is the bee's knees. I love that game. So, if you guys like that content and you have people you want to suggest going on there, also leave it in the comments. But I had a look at one of the things that I wanted to do, because I don't have the most important content. I have my story, and I can only tell that so many times. And I do want to cover some, current news and stuff like that. But let's be honest, Aaron's the Clark Kent of SPTV. That guy, he's a master investigator. He's really good at all the stuff he does, creating content, talking about it. And, and I will do commentary on some of those things. I won't necessarily have the time to dig into them like he does. But what I wanted to bring to the whole SPTV network was a little bit of fun and relaxation, a little bit of living life, a little bit of kind of a success after living in a cult, and also answer your questions. And also, I've noticed that you guys really do like giving advice and sharing things that you've learned or experienced through living an entire life outside of a cult. And I think that's one of the most precious things about this network and about the content we create here is that the ideas you guys give, the context. I mean, one of you, and I don't want to give the credit to the wrong person, but I believe it's Witness, sent me my whole family tree. It was awesome. I was on the phone with my mom last night for 30 minutes talking about her grandparents and everything because of something you guys sent me. So that content and making you guys happy and making people smile and enjoying things, just, I don't know, it's one of the precious things about this. And one of the comments on last week's game night was that this lady's husband is dealing with cancer. And, she said it had been a rough week, and that watching that game night completely distracted her from all the troubles she had been through in the last week. And she was able just to relax and smile and watch it. I mean, guys, if we had 10 views of our game night and that was one of them, then it was worth it. It really was worth it. That was so cool. I have to tell you, man, that kind of made my week. I was grinning ear to ear when I read that comment, and such a sweet thing for someone to say. And I'm so glad we can bring a little bit of entertainment and a little bit of joy along with the news of Scientology's ever quickening destruction or getting smaller. Okay, let me get back to the questions, guys. Thank you so much. Matt Elliott, good afternoon from Waterloo, Ontario. Hey, it looks like Matt, Shohei might be going to Toronto. You were right. I thought you were teasing me when you said that. And then I went and go look at the news and I was like, oh, hey, he might go. He might go. Oh my goodness. Amanda, hey, good evening from the UK. Love it. Love that we have people from the UK. Ooh, one of my favorite, Lydia Von Stretchclaw, evening, all from rainy Scotland. Guys, it is a warmish, no, not warm. It's like 61 here, but we have some Santa Ana winds blowing today, so it's kind of miserable outside. I'm not a big fan of the Santa Ana winds. It's a regular occurrence here in November in California. It just kind of just wreaks havoc everywhere. But hey, so glad to see you from Scotland. Oh, we have someone from Clarette Landsman. Good evening, everyone from sunny South Africa. So cool. So cool. Caroline A. Hi from France. Finally catching a live chat. So glad you're here. Dastardly Saboteur. Love the intro and outro. Thank you so much. Marie Marion. Hey, Sterling from Southern Ontario, Canada. Guys, I love Canadians. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Clearwater Claire the Taylor. Hello, everyone coming from London, UK. So cool. So cool. All right. What do we got here? And guys, if you have any questions you'd like to ask on this beautiful Saturday morning, knock yourself out. Go ahead, ask a question. We're going to be on here for just a little bit. Blow drill. I have a story for you. Wonderful. Let's definitely try to schedule that. By the way, you have to push me on this one. You have to contact me. So please email me again, and I will absolutely get to the top of that. I check that email every night. Okay. Matt Elliott, MAA, SPTV Canada. You know, I think so with Jackson. Jackson's a fantastic person. I've been waiting to talk to him for a long time. So much of what he did inside the church, and I know a lot he talks about, and he feels bad about some of the things that he did in the church. And I feel for him on that, and I actually understand. But at the same time, I don't think you're going to find someone that thinks that he was that's the impression he left on people. I think the impression he left on people was more of he was kind of like the jolly big brother. He was in my experience, he was just always a pleasure to be around. He livened things up. He made some of the experiences which could have been painful and horrible, he made them sort of nicer just by his personality. Now, he was in security, so he did deal with ethics particles. He did do blow drills, but I'm going to say 90% of what Jackson did while he was there was beneficial, pleasant, and better for people. It's not the other way around. It's not the other way around. He's a good person, Jackson. There's no question about that. So I can't wait to do that. All right. Alexis Shadloman. Good morning from Palm Springs. Oh, I love Palm Springs. I have an aunt that used to live there. So we used to go up there and play tennis and golf, of course, after I left Scientology, not while I was in. Amy Lee SP. Hi, Sterling. I've never caught one of your solo lives. Hope you have a lovely weekend. So cool. I'm glad you're getting to catch it. That is awesome. Okay. And Carol D. UK. Hi, all. Hi, Sterling. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, too. And Lydia Von Stretchclaw, you're right. There's going to be a lot of interviews coming up. I'm excited. I've been wanting to interview with Kelly Copter for a long time. As you know, I'm kind of, one of my biggest interest, current news is awesome and I love it. But I go to Aaron for that. I love hearing him talk about things. It's just so informational and easy to assimilate and it's right on point. I really want to delve into the psychological stuff. I really want to understand what to expect from someone walking away from a cult, what kind of damage and things to help out with that. And then what type of people get into that originally. And as a question I bring up almost every live, I want to know, does Scientology, does the concept of that cult or a cult make a person bad or do bad things, or is that inherent in their character first? It's just something I would love to know. I haven't found a book that describes it. I know I need to get multiple opinions on the matter. It's not just going to be one person, but it's interesting. And how easy is it to get rid of the mannerisms, the habits, the operational procedures that you learned your entire life? How easy is that to get rid of? And I say that because I've come across some information recently, where, there's detractors, guys. There's people that don't like me. And I understand that. I've in my life, there's certain people, and I hate to use the word trigger, but there's certain people that will get on my nerves, and I can be pretty angry with them. And I hear about chatter back and forth about those people saying that Sterling seems so happy on YouTube, and it's not how he really is, which is amusing to me. Actually, it's actually quite amusing to me because I think it's even been said that if you talk to his closest friends, that's how he's not really like that, which is so funny because clearly if if you're talking to my closest friends and they're saying I'm not like that, are they really my closest friends? I mean, it's just hilarious. But no, I've worked hard, guys, very hard on getting rid of my Scientological habits, getting rid of the being angry about everything and being upset and thinking that every time someone does something that offends me, that it's personal and they're just trying to hurt me, because that's not always the case. There's misunderstandings, there's miscommunication. There's times when I've said things to someone and they've completely thought I was saying something else and that I was angry at them when I wasn't. So one of the things that is interesting, and my real closest friends will tell you, is that I've been through a lot since I've left, a lot, and I have changed quite a bit. And one of the things I've tried to work on the most is that factor. Anger and hate does not help anybody. It makes you feel worse. It stresses your body out. It makes you get sick. It does not help the other person. And I've learned to, what's the word? Kill them with kindness. I don't let those things dig as much. And part of my YouTube experience is that I'm learning not to be as offended or care as much what people say. When I see a negative comment, which are far and few in between, because you guys are kind of awesome, it doesn't really bug me anymore. I'm like, okay, well, that person has that view, or even if they're being sarcastic or snippy, I will go back and respond to that just for fun, without it actually affecting me personally. So it's just an interesting thing, because of course, when I'm on here and I'm talking to you guys, this is a format where I'm kind of excited, even a little bit nervous. I'm a little high pitched. I talk a little fast. I also love answering questions, but this is not a combative environment for me. Now, I may have an interview at some point where it gets a little combative and we'll talk, and you may see that, but it's something I've worked on, because I knew I had that as an issue. I really would get offended if someone did something against me, and I would take it personally, even if it wasn't. And again, that served no one, didn't serve me. So yeah, so it's one of those good questions, psychologically speaking. How much can you change? If you've built in habits over an entire lifetime, is it possible to change that? Teach an old dog new tricks. But that's one of the reasons why I love reading psychology books, why I like understanding how the mind works. And I even like the tricks that have been learned over the years about how to calm down. And I'll give you one of the best ones I've ever had. The best. My closest friend, she said to me once, she said, before you make an important decision, whether it's buying a car or even if it's responding to an email that was intense or attacking or anything like that, breathe and wait a day or 2 days. Do not make a snap decision at that moment. Think it through and come back, because in an instant where you've been angered by something and you want to respond while you're still in that position where you're still angry about it, 99% of the time, I'm going to say your response is going to suck and it's not going to help anybody. But if you step back and you look at the whole thing, you try to understand from their point of view why they may have been angry, or what part you may have had in that, though I'm not in the all your fault. There's two people in play here. So of course there could be mistakes on both sides. Take a step back, think about it for a long time, and then approach it. And 99% of the time, I'm going to say that your reaction at that point is going to be far, far better. And that is something that it took me so long to learn. Guys, I've been out since 2005. It has taken me a long time to pick up that particular thing, because when it comes to my job, when it comes to my personal, I can be very intense about getting to the point I want to get to. I want to be successful in everything I do, but I've learned that running people over also isn't a great thing sometimes. Stopping and being the bigger person and helping out can be valuable. And that's just one of the lessons that I've learned. And it's funny because I didn't come on here. This is the live about no particular subject. So we ended up talking about a subject. I'm going to get back to the questions, and I'm sure you have some after I said that. Leaving Scientology. You know what? That's the front part of my channel. By Louis Repetto. Louis, I don't know you. I've seen you in your interviews. I've enjoyed watching you. You're good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the shirt. Let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Atkins in Texas. You shouldn't have. Thank you so much. But that's for buying the poetry book, isn't it? That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. That's really nice of you. That's really nice of you. Nancy New, 12. Game night Wednesday? I think so. We'll have to talk to Aaron. I don't know what his schedule's like. I'm pretty sure Reese and I will do it. It's just a matter of getting all three of us together. But, you know, since everything's calmed down now, I think that should be possible. I love doing it. I can't wait to do it. Reese and I don't really even have to speak about it. I think we just know that we're on Sundays and we're on Wednesdays, which I really like. I like talking to Reese. Guys, besides just being Reese, she's a character from a TV show. Her laugh, her whole personality, how she addresses things. There's something about her that just cracks me up. Always. Hi. Has the yellow doll been in the background for long? No. No. For just got here. John Shostowski sent it to me. I think I opened it in my mailbox on Wednesday night. Matt Elliott, SPTV Canada. Matt, question. Otani is coming to the Jays. Book it. You know, if he goes to the Jays, I might have to visit Canada this year just to go to a Jays game. I would love that. I've always wanted to do that. Okay. Bota 29. Finally early for once. LOL. To be fair, not much of a college football on today. Okay, good. I don't watch college football, but I'm glad. I'm surprised that there's some people that are catching their first lives because I usually go on at this time in the morning, but it also may be that you guys are new subscribers, or at least some of you are. I know you're not. Okay. Okay. Just because I want to see if I can pronounce this word. Quercolapagus. Ooh, I nailed it. Good morning. Hey, how you doing? Baby girl 8307. Hey, how you doing? Blow drill. There is a type of blindness when you go live solo. Oh, you're gonna have to explain what that means. Hopefully everyone can see me. I wasn't watching the chat as I usually don't in the beginning. Lydia Von Stretchclaw. Tickle the like button and sub all. Yes, please do that. That would be much appreciated. Okay, I'm getting behind as usual. Yes, we have a Minnesotan. Sherry N. Hi from Minnesota. This is my first live. So cool. Thanks for catching me, Sherry. I appreciate it. Oh, wait, no, Matt Elliott. I do have a Snoopy to go with it. Right there. So, oh, wait, I'm blocking. Right there is my Snoopy. So he added my Woodstock to my Snoopy. So I appreciate that. That was awesome. John Shostowski. Snoopy looks lonely. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. He did. Mary Reinhardt. LOL. I'm from Woodstock, Illinois. That's cool. That is cool. Hey, Diana H. Hi, Sterling. Could you send me some of your good vibes, please? I'm on the struggle bus as it is the 1-year anniversary of losing my spouse. Diana, I'm so sorry about that. Please, everyone in the chat, send Diana good vibes. And I hope things start going better for you. I hope the holiday season helps with that. And I am sorry you lost your spouse. Carol D. UK question. Sterling, are you spending Christmas with family? No, this year I'm not. I'm traveling this year. It happens every once in a while that I travel for work for Christmas. So I'm traveling this year. Hot Mess Express. Hey, Sterling, what's shaking, bacon? That's funny. I like that. Here we go. What else do we have? Dastardly Saboteur. Love your conversations with your mom. I do too. Thank you so much. You know, she's probably going to kill me for this later, but she can be tough to interview sometimes. She can be a little rough around the edges. And, you know, I get nervous when interviewing her, believe it or not. But I also do like talking to her. But hey, guys, she was in her element on Thanksgiving. She was in her comfort zone. She rocked it on Thanksgiving. She did so good. That is what she's like in the kitchen. And she was in a great mood that day too, because Justin hadn't arrived yet. So she was doing awesome. Oh, hey, check this out, guys. On my community page, I posted the picture of me in the hospital at Saudi when I almost cut one of my ankle tendons clean through. I promised I would post that picture. Alexis Shadloman, great ultimate frisbee pick. My son played Division III ultimate and played for Team USA. Fun sport. Wow, that's crazy. Fun sport. So easy to get injured. Can be brutal. The collisions in ultimate frisbee can be nasty, but it is a really fun sport. Kenya 75. Good morning, Sterling. I finally caught you live. Yay. How you doing, Kenya? That's awesome. Okay. Dastardly Saboteur. What are your favorite movies? Top 5. You know what? I can't answer that on the spot. I have to think about that for a second. They're almost all going to be 80s movies, but a few mixed in there. I'll have to post that on my community page. I'll make a note of that. 1 second. Top 5 movies. That way you guys can comment on them. How about that? Okay, here we go. 1 second. Top 5. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, blow drill. Good morning from snowy Colorado. It's strange, but people do ignore others, and that's okay. This community is a little fractured. The interviews with your mother are very cool and informative. Well, thank you so much, Dylan. I don't know exactly what you mean. I do understand there's people that want to do content with people, and some people that don't want to do content with other people, and that may be part of the interaction and how that may go, or even personality types. The same reason why I don't hang out with everyone in my life. I only hang out with the ones that I'm really close to, that I enjoy being around. That being said, I would like to interview you because I do like your content, and we do have a story together, and I want to talk about that because you were that kid at the ranch when I first got there that would talk about sports with me and, kind of related to me. And for some reason, I met you for maybe a week in my entire life, and I remember you from that interaction. So I would love to talk to you, and we will definitely do that. Okay. What do we got? Oh, okay. This is a good question. We got a Scientology question. Christy Z, question: are all Scientology births really silent? Was your birth a silent, if you know? I'm going to guess mine wasn't silent. I'm a twin, so my brother was born first. I was born about 11 to 15 minutes later, and I'm sure he was crying like a madman. So I don't think it was silent. I also don't know if back in 76 silent births were as big in Scientology or not. That would be a question for my mom, but a wonderful one. So I will ask that question. Thank you so much. All right. That's a good one. Amy Lee SP. Sterling, are you the tree I see at your day job? Sometimes, but no, but that's funny. Yes. You obviously are a regular listener if you know that my job was tree icy at one point, which, guys, I loved. I absolutely loved. It was so much fun to climb a tree, to do all that, to be outside all the time. That was actually quite. You know what? Too, also realize the trees are on the entire property, so I could stay away from all the bad people for most of the day and hide out in the trees. Literally hide out in the trees. Here we go. Oh my goodness, Mila from Moscow. Sterling, hi from Moscow, Russia. From Russia with love. It's almost 9 p.m. here. Lots of snow. So cool, Mila. Thanks for reaching out. Mama Craven. Hello and good day, Sterling. How are you doing, Mama Craven? Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. Quirka Lopagus, Hot Mess Express, sending healing energies to your father and you too. That's really sweet of you to do. That's really sweet of you. Yeah. Denver Stevo, did I finally make a Sterling solo live? Yes, you did. I've heard your name maybe a million times, and I was always wondering when you were going to pop in here, but yes, you did. I love your name, by the way. Denver Stevo is really cool. All right, let's see. Thank you for all the comments on game night. That's so cool. Megan Majaya, the game night made me go buy the game for Christmas. Family game night. It was great. That's so cool. Yeah, there are some questions on there that are tough, but you know, you got to be able to laugh at some things. You know, I take out the very, very salacious ones. So we try to keep it somewhat level. But I think all in all, it's kind of a funny game. And to see how you guys vote is pretty funny too, by the way. And you could see sometimes Aaron will leave the vote up longer than he's supposed to try to make it in his, so he's not voted the top in that particular question, which is hilarious. Always makes me crack. All right. John Shostowski, I agree. Mike is a great addition to it. But I think we're going to be swapping out the guests every once in a while, and we may even try a fifth, but we're not sure yet. We don't want it to get too crowded. Yeah. All right. Yes, Mike was great. Oh, cool. Okay. SJ. Found through Aaron and subscribed. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, you. Ooh. Bo Bergquist. Good morning, Sterling, from Bo and Anna. Oh, so cool. In Sweden. I don't know what the second flag is. What was the second flag? It's a little small for me to see. Let's see. Ooh, hi, Sterling from Richmond, Virginia. Marion Calabro. Hi, Sterling from Richmond, Virginia. How you doing? That's cool. I've been to Richmond before. Quirklopagus, you're from Central Kentucky. So cool. All right. And Garel. I really enjoyed watching you and Mitch. Thank you so much. We're going to definitely be doing some more content with Mitch. We're trying to work on Sterling froze. Drink. Did I really freeze? No, I'm not frozen now. We're going to try to work on different games with Mitch as far as trivia goes, and work out how to make it a little smoother and quicker. But I'm looking forward to do that content with him. I also want to do some more story stuff with him because I think I have a little more set stories that we can talk about and pictures that I should post. Okay. All right. Blake's back. Blake Reed, question. Hey, Sterling, I have some time left to watch. I was wondering if you'd ever been bumped around in traffic during your time in Saudi Arabia. How does car insurance work there? You know, I don't know how car insurance works there. I was never bumped around. I once had a car. I was stopped in a lane, and I had a car scrape the front of my bumper and then just laying in front of me and then not do anything. That was it. That was it. It was like, what? Like in slow motion, just scraped along the front of my bumper and then got in front of me and then didn't even get out of the car. So I was furious. I got out of the car yelling. And again, back to my one thing about Saudi Arabia, which you'll find shocking. I got out of my car yelling. He got out of his car yelling at me. We were face to face. And this nice gentleman, Saudi guy, came out who spoke English. The guy I was arguing with did not speak English. And just said, hey, it's okay. You're okay. Everything's okay. He looked at the guy's car. He looked at my car. He told the guy to go back in his car. He talked to me in English and said, it's not worth it. You know, just get back in your car. You're good. It's not going to do anything. No reason to get upset. And that was it. It was over. You know, he saw me. He saw I was an American. He saw I was having a communication problem with someone that didn't speak English. And he just resolved the whole situation. Really nice guy. Really nice guy. Yes. All right. Jeans all day long. Oh, I love that. Hi, Sterling. Love your channel and game nights. So happy to have found you all from Nova Scotia, Canada. So cool. Thank you so much. All right. Jennifer Leach, same. I had a horrible day. And that game made me laugh and forget all about my day for a while. That's so cool. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Blow Drill question. Sterling, have you seen the OSA files that talk about you? No, Blow Drill, I have not. I have not. I've been sent them, but I don't know how much time I have to go through. I'm guessing it's thousands of pages, so I don't know. All right. Matt Elliott, SPTV Canada. Question: was your leaving helpful in Jenna's leaving, or vice versa? I can never remember who left first. I left first. I don't know if it was helpful or not, but imagine that Jenna's there and Biddy and Ronnie had left, Justin left, and I left. So that maybe had a factor in it, but I'm not totally sure. You'd have to ask her that question. It's a good question, though. All right. Okay. Mama Craven. Question: list the countries you visited and which is your favorite to live in and the best to visit. So I've lived in countries you visited. Okay, so so obviously Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and I'm going from the Middle East up. Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Egypt, France, Spain, Italy, Germany, UK, or England, Scotland. I know they're all the United Kingdom. England, Scotland, and I've been to Amsterdam as well, so Netherlands. Favorite to live in? London. Favorite to travel to? Italy. One of my favorite experiences? Spain. I hope that answers your question. Okay, KC429. Sterling, your perspective is very interesting and awesome. Your shorts have made my day around. That's so good. I'm glad. I don't know if I posted it before. I posted on Instagram, but I have a short with me. I love chickens, guys. Chickens are awesome. So I'll post it later on today. All right. So can't wait. Okay, here we go. Linda K. Let's go Blue Jays. Yes, go Blue Jays. Okay. Casey Isaac. Hello from Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, how's the weather over there? Is it nice and warm? It's got to be beautiful. I love warm weather, guys. Okay. Amy says, blow drill. I'm getting the idea that you're maybe a little angry. The ball is in my court. Did you email me at Proton or Gmail? I can't remember. Just make sure it's Proton, but yes, I'll email you today my phone number so you can call me and text me. How about that? That'd make it much easier. All right. Okay. Little Sunshine 83. Hi, Sterling. Hope you're having a great weekend. Really windy and cold here in Southern UK. Oof, brutal. But yes, I am. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend as well. Okay. Okay. Daniel Sander. Want to catch that sterling silver? You know what I mean? That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, if you've not subscribed to Kelly Copter, that is her channel. Please subscribe to Kelly Copter. Oh my goodness. Who is this? Relatable Reese popping in to say love you. Are we on for tomorrow afternoon? Absolutely we are. Absolutely we are. We just got to figure out what the timing is for tomorrow. But no, you got it. We need to continue our conversations. I can't wait. I can't wait. Reese, see you tomorrow. Kelly Dashley Saboteur, Kelly Copter, or Laura FM might be fun addition to game night. Yeah, possibly. And I don't know how it works, Kelly, with her schedule because of the time we normally do game night, but that is a possibility. It might have to be game morning for us and game night for her. You know what I mean? Okay. Yes, again, Lydia Von Stretchclaw. You're awesome, Lydia. Thank you. Guys, if you haven't gone to Jackson's channel, please pop over to Jackson's channel and subscribe. Okay. Wonder Woman, always a brilliant thing. Wonder Woman, the past matters depending on what you've learned from it and how you choose to live your life in the present and future. Very well said, and I agree with you. Okay. Sean Speaks on YouTube. Question: are people in Scientology reaching out to you and want to leave due to your content, or knowing you're successful and happy being out? I've had no one reach out to me directly. I don't know that that is a regular occurrence with SPTV content creators, nor do I know. I mean, so guys, in Scientology itself, I don't know many people. It was in the C organization that I knew most people. And I'm going to guess that if they haven't come out by now, they probably won't be in the near future. Unfortunately, at least the people that were in my circle or close to me. I think a majority of those people have already made it out, and the rest, unfortunately, are sticking it out for some reason. But never say never. Fingers crossed. There's quite a few people I would love to see leave. Do they have access to watch my channel or even watch YouTube? I'm not totally sure, but you know, you can only hope. You can only hope. That's a great question, Sean. Okay. Leah, how you doing? And pink waving. I love how it writes it out and doesn't have it. Okay. Janice Gillum Grady. I know I don't get on your nerves. No, Janice, you don't get on my nerves. I don't know that you get on anyone's nerves. That's one of your gifts. You're awesome, Janice, and you know I think that. Okay, let's see. Oh, oh, Dastardly Saboteur, who couldn't love Sterling? Hey, there's a list. There's a list for sure of people that can't. But you know what? Who cares? Okay. Oh, great question. Amy Lee SP Sterling, have you watched any documentaries about other cults? I'm always shocked at the parallels in Scientology. Yes, there was a Jim Jones documentary. And I'd been out for 10 years at this point, and I already knew about all the stuff inside Scientology, David Miscavige's abuse, the abuse from other executives, OSA tactics. But what I was shocked to see was the similarity. I think Jim Jones was a cross between L. Ron Hubbard and David Miscavige, because I don't think L. Ron Hubbard generally was even half as abusive as Dave Miscavige, physically or in your face. He did yell at people. He did write policies that were abusive to children and abusive to humans. But from the people I know that knew L. Ron Hubbard, he did not act like that on a regular basis towards people. People weren't always afraid or scared of him. David Miscavige is just a nasty piece of work, and he always is like that. When he walks in, he wants you to scatter. In fact, he used to use the phrase, when I walk in a room, they all scatter like cockroaches. And I think he was proud of that fact. He's just a sick, evil person. He's just, anyways, whatever. I've said it again. Hey, I'm not going to dwell on that. Okay, Andrew Martinov. Hi, Sterling. Do you like John Lennon? Yesterday was anniversary of his killing. Natalie in the chat with Aaron mentioned selling drawings of Mark David Chapman and FBI investigation of Org as a result. I don't know what you're talking about. I do like John Lennon. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's interesting. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Diana Marie, it's 3:48 a.m. on Sunday morning here in Queens in Australia. Got to get ready for work. Later, Gator. See you in a while, Crocodile. All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Jeans all day long. Question, what kind of drone do you have? I'm trying to find one for hubby. Yeah, I have a theory on this. I'm glad you asked that question. So DJI makes the best drone. So anything you get from them is going to be golden. It's unbelievable technology. The cameras are fantastic, the features, etc. I have the first version of the Mavic. It's almost 6 or 7 years old. Mine's still in mint condition, besides a few blades that I chipped up on Thanksgiving while shooting. I ran into a sign. But if you want to get something that's going to last, buy anything from DJI. It's fantastic. If you get anything cheaper than that, it's really gonna die in about a year and a half. But DJI has the best quality drone, so any one of their things, depending on your price point, will work perfect. Now, mind you, there's going to be an excitement with flying a drone at first, and then you're just not going to do anything with it for about a year and a half, 2 years until something comes up. I happen to use it for my job sometimes, so it works out that way for me. And I also tend to like to do shots with my family whenever we have family gatherings. I love to do the flyaway shot from everyone waving at the front, and all that sort of stuff. So it just depends, but factor that into the price that, after the initial excitement's over with, you might not be as excited to fly it for a little bit. It gets old. Make sure there's some point to having it for the long term, especially if you're going to spend good money on it. All right. God, I hope that helped. I should do reviews on drones. Anon. Scientology can sometimes bring out the worst and insecurities of a person. Absolutely true. Yep. Blow drill. Sterling is subbing me and Restar. Kidding. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Hot Mess Express, still one of the best names ever. Sterling, I have a lot of childhood trauma. I'm sorry to hear that. It always stays with you in one form or another. It's how you respond to it that counts. So true. Well said. Very well said. Matt Elliott, I agree. He was a musical genius. And I'm too bad we lost him in such a horrible way too. Okay. Guys, I'm way behind, so let me see if I can catch up. Ooh, Janet. I like this. Sterling, I recommend connecting with Dr. John from Hidden True Crime to dive into psychology stuff. Well, thank you so much, Janet. I'm going to have to look into that. Why does that name sound familiar? Okay, let me write that down, though. Janet, your name sounds familiar and your picture sounds familiar. Okay, looks familiar. John from Hidden True Crime. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, what do we got next? Okay. Guys, when I'm laughing and smiling, it's just because some of the things, I don't need to pull up every comment, but I appreciate some of the things you guys say. Okay. Thank you, Lydia, for putting up my email. I appreciate that. Vote of 29. Question, do you have a bucket list or is there anything you've already crossed off? Absolutely have a bucket list. One of the first ones I crossed off was, I've been to Greece too, by the way, was Egypt and the pyramids. Next one was Greece, Rome. But I probably need to renew my bucket list because those were traveling. Look, I didn't have high expectations for my bucket list. I just wanted to travel somewhere. I never thought I'd be able to go overseas or travel. And so when I got the chance to do that, I was so excited. I've been to Austria and Switzerland as well. See, now I'm remembering. But I need to make a new bucket list. I really do. I really, really do. Okay. Okay. Afila, hey boy. Yes, that game is a fun one. Thanks for continuing to entertain us. Just got woken up and guess who's on? We just had a 43-degree day in Sydney. Wow, isn't it supposed to be summer over there? Oh, that's cold. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Dastardly Saboteur. It is possible to change. It just takes a lot of work. I agree. It does. It really does. Oh, Ann Bergquist, morning Sterling. My question last time was, did you ever snowboard or slalom ski in the dunes in Saudi? No, I didn't. I've seen it done in Dubai. I didn't see it in Saudi, but I believe they're doing it now because, it's becoming a tourist destination. Awesome. Jennifer Leach, thank you so much. We'll definitely be doing more game nights. Okay. Relatable Reese. Sterling is so wise. He's amazing. I don't know if I'm wise, and I try to be amazing as possible, but hey. Oh yes. Okay. Love Pure. Question. Can you interview Jamie Mustard? His info on PTSD, PTSI treatment was fascinating. Yes. Him and I have been in contact, and we're definitely going to do something in the future, probably not before Christmas and not before Blow Drill. I promise you that, Blow Drill. I will be on with you before I'm on with Jamie, but I'm definitely getting on with Jamie. I actually grew up with Jamie's brother, his little brother, Jono, as a kid. So I was pretty close to him and his mom, Rosalind. So it'd be fascinating to catch up with him. I can't wait to. Okay. We are at 48. We're just going to do a solid hour, guys. Okay. I actually like this. Meerkat Moon. Such a great picture. It's when I go quiet. That's when I'm really angry. I need to be quiet for a bit before responding. Yes. God, it's such a stupidly simple solution. It really is. It's amazing how your brain, in stressful situations, anger situations, when you feel you've been wronged, when you feel like you want to respond angrily, it's crazy. You're wired to go attack. At least I was. And just waiting and waiting that little bit of time to then make an intelligent response that will help resolve the situation makes all the difference in the world. It took me so long to learn that. So long. I've lost friends and battles because of that. Where the right thing should have been done, and because I lost my temper, the right thing wasn't done in the end because the cooler head prevailed, even though they were not right about the solution, which proved out being that way a couple of years later. But really, the calm, cooler head, the more analytical you approach it and you let the anger part leave, the better decisions you can make. It doesn't mean you can't. I mean, everyone's going to get angry. We're not perfect. We're human. But that is an interesting thing. Just wait a little bit on it, and you will make a better decision. Let it sink for a little bit. Review it. Sleep on it is another great phrase. Okay. Yes, Lily B212. Sometimes the best thing to do is humble questioning. I agree. Oh, and there we go. Amy Jo, I always say before you respond, sleep on it. Yes, exactly. See, now I know how far behind I am. I talked about this a while ago. Oh, interesting. Okay, I have a friend, Jilly, that this is great advice for. Jilly Sterling, regarding waiting a day when you're mad. In Canada, we have a rule for hockey parents where you must wait 24 hours after you are mad about something before you approach a coach, etc. That's a great idea. That is violated in the United States, coaching all the time. I know people that have kids that play baseball, and that's a very political, tough sport. Most of the times, a coach that has a kid on the team, even though his kid's batting 200, is going to put the kid batting second and bat another kid, way down the lineup that's batting 600. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I think waiting and talking when you're rational too, and also even having a sounding board, having a friend you can call, talk to, bounce it off. I think those things are invaluable. I do. It's a great rule. So simple. So simple. It's not in Scientology. That's not a rule, by the way. No, you have to address it instantly. With anger, whatever it is, you don't get a chance. If someone yelled at you in Scientology, you have to respond instantly, and it cannot be a smart ass remark. It cannot be any sort of dig or finger poking. It has to be, yes, sir, right away, sir. Even if your opinion is different, you cannot voice it, which is such a stupid system, because then whatever the one guy said must be right, and then whatever they do ends up being wrong because the person who actually doing the work can't give his opinion about something. It's just a dumb system. And I know it was supposed to be based something on the military, but in the end, it really didn't work out. I mean, there was times when Dave Miscavige said, do this, and people knew it was wrong to do, but they had to do it no matter what. And then later on, he was like, oh, okay, so that was wrong. It's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. We knew that when you said it. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a dictator. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I'm glad you guys all have experience in that too. I don't want to sound preachy. It makes it sound like I'm telling everyone that. No, I'm just telling you that's something I learned way too late in life. Way too late in life. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Catch up. Any more questions? Okay. This is a good question. Sean Speaks on YouTube. Question. I know you're trying to seek the answer to this question, but what is your thoughts as to why people stay in Scientology after watching documentaries or seeing all the negative coverage? So there's two parts to this, Sean. First of all, I don't think they get to see all that content. I really don't think they get to see it, though I'm sure people sneak it in. Remember, if you're an active Sea Org member, you don't have access to it. If you're an active Scientologist, you do have access to the internet. But if you're going on services regularly and you're getting any sort of processing, they're going to ask the questions along the line of, have you been watching or seeing anything? So you're going to have to hide it, and that's going to end up costing you a little bit of money and a little bit of time because you're watching things you shouldn't. So why do people stay on that? I don't know. My question is, there are quite a few people who've left that were abused for years and years and years. And I would love to understand, because that includes my father, why you stay. What is it that lets you get so beaten? I mean, just abused, where there's no question whether it's abuse or not. There's none. It's abuse. Why do you stay? Is it you believe in the true mission and you want to be there when L. Ron Hubbard comes back, but you know Dave's not a great guy? Because a lot of them do know Dave is a bit of a prick. It's not something that's not understood, especially at the international and Gunnar Productions base. So that question I would like to know. Why? How? Now, of course, your question, more related to your question, I want to know is, how does someone see the negative press and the documentaries and still decide to join Scientology as an adult? That would be an interesting question. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Matt Elliott. Yes, if I made it to Toronto for a baseball game, that would be cool. That'd be cool to meet up with a couple of Canadians and watch a baseball game. Yes, that'd be awesome. Okay. Paula Puffer, greetings from a humid Houston. Awesome. Okay. Witness, Sterling's community page. Thank you so much for putting that up. I appreciate it. All right. Okay. Let's see. We have another question here. Oh, you asked that already. Okay, good. I think I did. Yeah. Gene, I answered this question already, I think, right? I did. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Getting near the end. Almost there. Jilly. Biddy during Scientology talk is much different than Biddy on Family Time. I agree. But, that's also partly because Biddy on Family Time is Biddy in her environment doing the things she loves. Biddy talking about her experiences in Scientology, well, that gets deep. That gets it's a thoughtful process. You're having to remember things. You're reminiscing about some parts of your life that weren't great. So yeah, it's different, but it's also different with me. I'm talking to you guys now on a live, but if you get me talking about my dad, or when Janice and Mark interviewed me and asked about my father with Jeff Hawkins, it gets a little bit different. But if you saw me playing tennis or sports out on a field, yeah, of course, that's my zone. That's where I'm at. So it is different. It is definitely different, but it should be expected. She's human, right? Okay. Diary of a Ghost. Please make that game into a fundraising event. Votes cost money and see who wins. I say the new foundation will win. That's a great idea, and I think we will do that. Blow drill. Biddy is a force of nature. I'm assuming you've met her, Blow drill. I'm not sure, but yeah, she is. She is for sure. She is. Okay. Dastardly Saboteur. I think your mom is just very frank. I like that. Oh, more than you know. More than you know. Penko, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Janice Gillum Grady, I love Biddy. She was happy because Justin was going to arrive. No, you know what? I don't usually call people out for lies in comments, but no, she was happy because I was there. She was nervous because Justin was going to arrive. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Yeah. Okay. So absolutely love Pure. Gotta love John Hughes. 80s at its best. Absolutely love John Hughes. Okay. Let's see. I am Rob 707. Thanks for not wearing the Dodgers hat. You know what? I'm now going to wear it my next chat. Sorry about that. That's how that works, by the way. My brain instantly goes that way. Ginny from the block. That's clever. Very clever. Hi, Sterling. Always enjoy your vids. Thank you so much. Guys, at 368 of you here on a Saturday morning. I appreciate that. I think Aaron was doing a live at the same time too. So, hey, I got some people. Janice Gillum Grady, crying like a baby. Yes, and they were big on being silent back then too. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Did not know that. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Miss Amber Sunshine. Climbing trees outside is way much better than being inside with all that N theta. Being outside is fresh air, thinking your own thoughts. I agree. I was very lucky to stumble. Well, I got removed from one job and put onto that one for questioning why Dave got to go to the 1993 World Series. I think I've told that story. Maybe I'll have to do it again for you guys that weren't following me back then. But yeah, no, it was ended up being a blessing in disguise. Okay. Okay. Let's see. 13K is a Lydia Von Stretchcloth. 13K is a lucky number. Like and subscribe. Yes, please do. Thank you. I'd appreciate that. Ooh, good list. Matt Elliott from SPTV. Top 5 movies: Braveheart, The Great Escape, Star Wars Episode 6, Empire Strikes Back, Shawshank Redemption, The Usual Suspects. All good. All really good. Okay. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the game night. Oh, hey. Our Scientology stories peeling the onion. Hi, Sterling. Good morning. Mark here. Hey, Mark. How you doing? Okay. Okay. Maria Monroe. Question. Are you still reading Mitch's book? Are you finished? He has great movie choices. I'm still reading it, and I'm progressing through it. It's fantastic, guys. I'm actually, I don't want to say I'm surprised, but of course I've never read anything from Mitch, so I am surprised how good he is at writing the book. It is entertaining. Like it's sort of funny because he's talking about a lot of the earlier, what to me would be prehistory of him coming to Golden Era Productions. I think I'm to the point where he just arrived and they're love bombing him, and he's at the Star of California, which is the ship at Golden Era Productions, which I used to work on. And so I'm right at that point. And so it's not my part yet. It's not where I knew him, but I can't wait to get to that because I always love reading people, just like I loved reading Mark Headley's book when he talked about his time there. I love reading Jenna's book when she talked about her time there. It gets exciting for me when it gets to that point. So I'd say I'm about a third of the way through, and I'm still chunking through it. If I don't finish it before I travel, that one's going on the plane with me, and I'm reading it for sure. For sure. Thanks for asking. Denver Steve-O. I've definitely heard of you, Denver Steve-O. It's a great name. Okay. Oh, Dark Roastin'. Dark Roastery. Yeah, Riesling is happening tomorrow. Guys, I have been looking for a bottle of Riesling. Did you know that it's not very common? At least every store I've been to has had maybe 2 Rieslings, maybe 2. Maybe. And I want to just try. I'm going to pick one up. I'm going to pick one up tomorrow morning so I can have some Riesling while doing Riesling tomorrow. Yeah, that doesn't sound weird, does it? I think that made sense. Okay. So strange, though. I can't find. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, Brisbee Tales. My first solo Sterling Live. So glad you could make it. So glad you can make it. Oh, Samantha Meep. Love from Pennsylvania. Hey, Samantha. Lynn James. Hi, Sterling from Wales. Oh, yeah. Hi. How you doing? Mike, Rebecca Carey. Mike was great. He's just too stinking nice to be the bad guy. Mike's a wonderful person, guys. Again, everything you see about him on screen is who he really is. He's a wonderful person. When he came back into our lives or into my life, or we began to build a relationship again, my first thought was regretting that we didn't have that relationship for the past 10, 15 years. And that he and I disappeared from each other's lives. So I'm so glad to have him back. And I know we begin discussing it, but we're definitely, Justin and I are thinking of doing some sort of reunion trip with a couple of our peers and good friends that have left. And that one of them would be Mike, for sure. Okay. Oh, Jen. Hello from Panorama City, Florida. How you doing? Okay. Lena on me. Are you familiar with the arborist Dustin Marcello? He seems awesome. No, I'm not, but I would like to look that up. Guys, I still, from time to time, will strap on a harness and a rope and try to remember all my techniques and knots and climb a tree just for the fun of it. So, I'm not that good at it. I kind of don't look great at it anymore, but I still do it because it brings back a lot of fond memories. So. Lydia Von Stretchclaw, you did freeze, but I also wanted to whine. Oh, okay, good. You actually had me worried there that I actually totally froze. Oh, nice. Millie the Dandelion. Love you guys. Love guys. You're getting me through a forced rest day, snuggling up with the cat, and plowing through vids like no tomorrow. So good. I'm glad you're doing that. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we got. Yes. Guys, Lydia Von Churchclaw, thanks for putting that up. If you guys are not subscribed to Peeling the Onion, please hop over and do that. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Atkins in Texas. I never get tired of movie talk. No, not at all. And you seem to have a good palate for that. So yeah, awesome. What else do we have? Jilly. Sterling knew that NS is Nova Scotia. I'm impressed. My home province. Hey, you know, I think it was a lucky guess, but yeah, I'm familiar with a map, so that works out. Matt Elliott, SPTV Canada. Sterling, we need to do videos on your OSA files, either live or recorded. I've thought about that. I have thought about that. I don't necessarily know that I want to go through the pain of looking at what they were doing to me when I first left and the trauma involved in that. That may anger me a little bit, but it might be worth it at some point. I might entertain that idea, but it's not top of my list. There's a lot of other stuff I'd rather cover first, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. No talk, Tony. I have chickens. I have 7 hens and a rooster. So cool. Chickens are awesome. I love it when they follow you around. Okay, let's see what else we got. Yes, Nancy knew. Oh no, Nora would be hilarious on a game night, and I need to reach out to her because I would love to also interview her, but not before blow drill. Blow drill. I'm making that promise. Okay. Question. Sterling, can you name something that Scientology deprived you of that you realized once you were out? Yeah. You know, while I was there, high school and college experiences never were a large factor. But when I left, I really thought, man, that would have been the social connections, the friends for life, the camaraderie I could have built up from going to college specifically would have been amazing. And I wish I had had that experience. Really, really, really do wish I'd had it, but I didn't get to. That's the one thing I'm like, oh man, that could have been so cool. That could have been so cool. Now, mind you, I'm basing that off of most of the 80s college movies, such as Animal House and Old School. Wasn't 80s ones, but Old School and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know if my idea of college was a little based on the movies I watched. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did mention this. Aneen Plight, you mentioned that Justin is starting to get to the pop-up on YouTube. Do you know what it might be that's getting him interested in whatever it is? Keep doing it. Yes. Look at Justin's a really funny person. And you know, he sees me doing this and talking about it. And I think a part of him wants to lend his voice to it. And I also think he would be hilarious. So I always mention it to him. I always talk to him about it. Of course, he always calls me when I do my stuff. But you know, who knows? Who knows what's gonna click the button? Aaron was on me for a year before I decided to do it. And even then, I decided just to interview with Aaron and maybe do a couple interviews, and that was it. And I ended up doing my own channel. You know, much to the fact that I said I was not going to be doing that, I did in the end. A Fila. So this is your Seinfeld episode, the one about nothing. Yes, it's also a reference to Friends because they call the episodes in Friends the one about, yes, Seinfeld. Have you always been naturally inquisitive with people, or is it something you learned to do? If so, how did you do that? How did you do it? Great question. I think I've always been very naturally inquisitive with people. Like, again, I can start a conversation with pretty much anyone. If someone's wearing something that interests me, or if I notice something, if they've got a dog that's a breed that I'm interested in, I will just start up the conversation. But my stepmom, Barbara, was the same way. So whenever I was with her, she would constantly be talking to everybody, and was always gracious and kind. So it was something I maybe picked up on, but I also think it's just something that I'm naturally into, which is funny. And I think I've mentioned this before. I'm terrible with names. I can never remember people's names, but I will always remember something about you, where you're from. If you told me your name was Janet from Atlanta, I would not remember Janet, but I would be, oh, you're from Atlanta. whatever reason. I don't know why that is, but it's where people come from, their background, what they like interests me so much. I guess the names just never really, I know it's bad because sometimes people remember my name and I'll forget theirs and I have to kind of get around that. But yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, yes. Marion Calabro. Question, Sterling, have you traveled to Australia? I was there years ago and it's amazing. No, I have not, and I really want to. Okay. Atkins in Texas. We can't be everyone's cup of tea. For sure. For sure. Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. Okay. All right. We're getting near the end here. Wendy S. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. I'm just going to look for questions in the end here. So cool. So cool. All right. Miss Amber Sunshine, you're so welcome on the advice on the drones. Oh, perfect. Link to hidden true crime story. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Lydia. And Matt Elliott. Yes, I did walk into Sistine Chapel for sure. Have you been to the... Where did it go? Where did it go? I saw this. 1 second. Oh, here we go. Rebecca Carey, question. Have you been to the Grand Canyon in our great state? Talk about a change of perspective. No, I haven't, actually. I have not, and I need to. That would be an amazing trip. Okay, what else? Let's see. Sterling, Lydia Von Churchcott. We're going to do an hour, 95 minutes later. No, not just kidding. That is so true. I really try to get to most of your guys' questions and acknowledge, because I also understand, you know, there's a little bit of joy, especially if you're watching these channels. You're always putting in time for me to mention your name. And I know I don't want to make that sound egotistical, but I'll even tell you when Reese is on live and I send her a little chat, that makes me smile when she pulls it up and says something nice. That just makes me smile. So I know you guys appreciate that too. So I try to get as many as possible. And I don't always get to everyone, and I apologize for that. But I know you guys are participating. You're participants in this. You're watching, you're subscribed, you're either paying YouTube or you're watching the ads. And so I try to include as much as possible. I know that won't always be the case. It's not easy to do that, but I try for sure. Okay, here we go. Let me hide the current comment. Question, the Midnight Show. Question, Sterling, are you into true crime? Yes, I am. I always wonder what drives someone to kill. Serial killers have a love in common with each other. I find an interesting subject. That's a little dark. You know, look, I can't watch a lot of true crime stuff because it's kind of negative by nature, but it does fascinate me. The mind fascinates me. I might watch one true crime series a month or every 2 months, but I can't watch them consistently. I don't know what common love they have with each other. I did watch Mindhunters recently, which was fascinating and interesting, but then I have to put that away. It's a little too dark for me. I got to be honest with you. But thanks for the question. Hey, Tintin7013 finally made it to your live. Greetings from Germany. Hey, how you doing? Love Germany. Okay. Guys, I know it seems like there's nowhere I don't love. I understand that, but I do love Germany. So, okay. What else we have? Okay, question, SPTV fan. What do you think about John Lennon's problem with violence? I don't know anything about John Lennon's problem with violence, so I couldn't tell you. Okay. Love Pure. Question. Have you watched the series How to Become a Cult Leader? How to Become a Cult Leader. Seems like it was designed to get people to realize they are in a cult. Do you think Scientologists respond to that? I haven't watched it. I think I watched the beginning of one episode and I was kind of like, but maybe I should go back and watch it and see. It would be interesting. Maybe it would help. Maybe it would. But, you know, if Leah Remini's show doesn't do it or Going Clear doesn't do it, I sometimes question what would. And Atkins in Texas, question about why people stay would be interesting to explore here with a cold expert. I agree. That's what I want to do. I definitely want to do that. Amy Lee SP. Sterling, do you have a relationship with your dad? If you don't want to answer, I totally understand. No, I don't, because he has disconnected from me. And I've talked about that in several of my lives and interviews. But what I'm blessed to have is my dad's family. All of my aunts are absolutely wonderful people. All my cousins are fantastic, and they support me 100%. And that's what matters most to me. So yeah, I've talked about it before, but no, unfortunately I don't. And it really, really sucks because, you know, there's so many stories out there and everyone has their own experience with their Scientologist or Sea Org parents. And I was talking to my mom, Biddy, about it 2 days ago. And I don't have complaints about my parents growing up there. I know they weren't perfect. I know they were in an imperfect situation. But what they didn't do is shove Scientology down my throat. They didn't beat me. They didn't spend enough time with me. But when they did have a chance, they tried. And that's you know, what can you say more than that? They definitely tried. Blaming them for the rest of my life, being angry at them for the rest of my life, hating them for that serves no purpose. And I think my dad knows it. If he came out right now, I would love that. And he could stay with me and he could stay with plenty of his family members. And I would just try to make the rest of his life be as enjoyable as possible. But I don't think hating your parents for Scientology and what happened there is necessarily beneficial, at least in my case. So I don't. But again, that being said, I could not tell you of a bad experience I had with my dad. He's a good person. He's a wonderful person. He's a nice person. The only thing he's ever done wrong to me is disconnect from me. And that's the same case with Barbara. Barbara was a fantastic mom when I was growing up, just like Biddy now is a fantastic mom to me. And will pick up the phone anytime I need to call or talk, and is always there and always supporting. So that's the only thing they've done wrong. I truly do love them. And yeah, I have no ill will because they got me into a cult. They didn't do it intentionally. It wasn't pre-planned. They weren't going, let me ruin this kid's life. In fact, Barbara, when I was a kid, knew that I had authority issues and angry issues when I was a kid, and specifically got me to play baseball as an outlet. And it helped so much. It helped tremendously. And I'll always love her for that. And I still love her family, who's fantastic. And I still love Foster's family. And both sides of those family just wish that those two people would leave and live the rest of their lives and would support them unconditionally. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Okay. Question. Oh, yes. Okay. I did see this idea as a suggestion. Thank you. Who knows? Before the next game night, you or others create a community note with a call to ask funny questions. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Let me talk to the team about that. Maria Monroe, did Dave M add additional policies to L? Yeah, well, I don't know if he added additional. He's changed things that L. Ron Hubbard said, but people don't know that necessarily. They think he's correcting what L. Ron Hubbard originally said, but he's actually changing it in some cases, not all cases. Okay. Unsupervised. I think your mom is very beautiful. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Okay. Let me. Oh, I froze. Oh, of course it was bound to happen. Guys, can I end it on the freeze? Put in the comments. I'm so sorry about that. I won't be able to see it. Let me see if I can unfreeze it really quickly. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. Hey, guy, I figured out what it is finally, just so we're clear. It's Chrome, and there's nothing I can do about it. Chrome just freezes. I've been doing other work on my computer, and all of a sudden, Chrome will freeze up. So if you guys have any ideas on how to fix that, let me know. It is not my streaming software. It's not my camera. It's not my microphone. It is Chrome. And I've tried to switch over to other ones, but StreamYard does not work with them great. So I'm now at the end. What a quick solution for not having to get to the rest of the questions, guys. Any of you that had questions in the last little bit, I won't see them anymore. What happens when you come back in StreamYard is they erase everything. So I didn't even get to all the super chats. I tried. Let me see if there's any other questions. Drink. Yes, Lydia, drink. Now drink. Okay, let me see. I think that's it. Yeah, Amy Lee, you're welcome. I hope I answered your question. And I will never back down about what I think about my parents. I know there are some bad parents there for sure. Again, it's one of the reasons why I want to talk to Kelly Copter. It's one of the reasons why Relatable Reese is so interesting to me. It is shocking to hear about some of the parents, but I think some of those parents are just bad people, period. So with or without Scientology, they may have been abusive parents. I'm lucky. None of my parents were. Okay. Guys, I'm going to end it on that. Faye Sinkball. Question request. Please say my name. Please say happy birthday. Faye, happy birthday. Oh, that's so great. Happy birthday to you. That's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. Okay. Yes, I have brilliant timekeeping. You know what's so funny, guys? Every other part of my life, I'm exactly on. I am always on time for everything. But I blame you guys. I blame you. It's your fault. You guys keep asking good questions. You keep being in the chat, and I sort of can't get away. I can't get away. But that being said, guys, I'm going to get away. Hey, I hope everyone has a wonderful Saturday, a wonderful weekend. I will see you next week for some content. I will be getting Blow Drill on here. I'm going to email you my phone number right now. And then, yeah, we'll just move on. Guys, have a great time and a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Let's get you out with my outro.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?